Hi, fifth graders. Because you have testing this weekend and we did not get the full time in art that we normally do, you are going to be working on a portion of your pop art portraits in your classroom. So the portion that you're going to be working on is creating a word that describes yourself, a word that is a positive adjective describing word. We're not going to use anything negative. I have a word bank here for you, or a word list will be passed out at each of your tables, some ideas. You are not limited to these ideas, but again, the word must be positive that describes yourself. So up to this point in art, you will, or this week in art, you will be transferring your face, window tracing it, and then you'll have extra space up at the top of your portrait project. So you'll be given a piece of paper, and you're going to do the same process that you did to window trace. You're going to create a word, just as you did the face, Sharpie outline, and when you put it behind your work, you trace all the important details. So the word is going to show up on top of your head. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to create a block letter word that describes you. So let's say I'm taking a look at this word list. Okay, maybe I choose the word brave. Okay, so if I choose the word brave, I have choices with how I want to do the word. Here are pop art styles. These will also be at your tabletop examples. You're going to create a block letter word, and then you're going to create some sort of border design behind it. Those are the two criteria. So looking at this one, here is the block letter word, and here is the border shape framing the word. It must fit within this piece of paper that is given to you. So if I choose the word brave, first thing I notice with brave, B-R-A-V-E, 5 letters. So I can kind of in my mind space out my paper, B-R-A-V-E. Try not to have it be this small. Obviously, if it's a larger word, you need to space it out. So if you are not comfortable with block letters, there is a trick to make block letters easier. You can either do a block letter or a bubble letter. A bubble letter is rounded edges, a block letter has sharper edges. That is totally up to you. You can also have the letters overlap each other if you want a little bit. So if you're comfortable with block letters, you can just go ahead and freehand sketch it like I'm doing. If not, what you can do is you can actually draw the letter. Then what you do is you basically just trace around it. And I'm doing that, just tracing right around it, like kind of enclosing that original shape. And then you just go back and erase the initial letter that you made, and you're left with your block letter. So there's BR, maybe I make the A like this. Again, the letters don't have to be perfectly straight up and down. This is art. Maybe the V kind of tips this way a little bit. Okay. And then E. Totally up to you how you want to do this. This is your practice design, so if you don't love it, you can always turn it over, do another design on the back. All right. So there we go. So we have the word brave. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is creating a border design. I can just create like a little bubble border design. I can create a border design going like this. Basically whatever you want. I'm just going to go ahead and do something simple for now. Creating a border design. Once I have something that I love, I'm finished with 2 things. The 2 things that I'm finished with, number 1 is my actual word, and then my border design. If I wanted to add a second layer, I could. Again, this is up to you. Then you're going to take a Sharpie and you're going to Sharpie outline it. The reason you need to Sharpie outline everything is it needs to be dark enough so that when we place it behind our design paper or our final paper design, that it will be dark enough for us to see through so that we can window trace and transfer it over. Okay, so in class with your teachers, you are going to complete a word that describes yourself, an adjective, a border design, and Sharpie outline. Those will be collected by your teacher. They will be brought to art. They need to be level 3 craftsmanship. It is your final design. If they are not up to par, you will be redoing it in class. You may not have enough time in class, in which case we'll have to find alternative time. So let's get this done in class, have it be high quality. When you come to art, we'll be able to place it behind our design, and the word brave will show up above your headshot. It is one step that furthers our progress towards our pop art portraits. Have fun!